You know, we've all seen animals in the windows of homes as we walk around our neighborhoods. You know, cats peeking out from behind curtains or dogs staring out of a window to see what's happening in their front yard. Photographer Rachel Bellinsky, well, she saw these images too, and she captured them with her camera, thinking these animals look like fishes in their glass bowls. Hence, she named her book of photographs, Tales from the Fishbowl.
My name is Rachel Bellinsky. I am a photographer. I live in Normal Heights and I'm very inspired by my neighborhood. I've been a graphic designer for about 15 years and my whole life I was a musician. So photography for me is a new love. I've been doing it probably about 3 or 4 years. I pursued my music for many years and I found it to be a little disappointing and I needed a creative outlet desperately. I just always need to be making something. So I was inspired by a bunch of other photographers that I had seen online, and my significant other purchased a camera for me, which was really nice. And I think that he was sorry, because I became very obsessed. I shot everything that moved, and it became a real passion for me. Come on, Coop. I usually walk in the morning or in the evenings when the sun is not super bright, or if we have a nice marine layer and everything is really soft. While I was walking around with my camera, I was really learning how to use it. I was learning how to see the light. And I didn't want to do the typical thing with the models. I didn't want to hire someone to look pretty somewhere, but I realized I needed models for my photos, and animals were the perfect solution because there are so many everywhere and they're beautiful. This is Miss Cooper. She is my companion during all of my photo shoots and when we walk in the neighborhood. And she's a terrible photo assistant because all she does is want to pull at you, but she is the best thing going. Come on, Dad, let's go. She forces me to get out every day, twice a day. She makes me discipline myself, and that gives me so many more opportunities to pick up my camera and collect work and take pictures of my beautiful neighborhood. I'll take a picture over here. When I'm walking in the neighborhood, I am always seeing the creatures that live here and the things that grow here. One thing I started to notice was how many animals are sitting in the windows, and it's charming, and you know, when you see it, it's cute, and you think, oh, that's charming, and you understand you have a pet at home, and you know that they have their favorite spot in the sun in the window. So this window over here was really the first place where I noticed some animals sitting in it. He has 2 charming cats, and they take turns sitting right there, and they're just so perfectly framed. But I started to really see, like, every house I go by, there's a dog or a cat, and the thing that really charmed me the most was the way they seemed to position themselves in the perfect place for a photo. They frame as if, you know, in a painting, and framed by the window. And there were so many around here, I just couldn't ignore it. And it's almost an anomaly. I think this neighborhood is special in that way, in that everybody really embraces their animal. They really share their home with their pets. And every single house going up and down the block, it was amazing to me. Once I started to notice it, it was amazing how it was everywhere all the time. I love animals. They make wonderful models, and it really helps to set the scene and put the whole picture in perspective. So a collection started, and I thought it would be a really good idea to publish a book. I probably take, you know, I go out and I'll take 50, 60 photos, and maybe if I'm lucky, I get one that I really like. Tales from the Fishbowl came about after I'd had a significant amount of these shots collected, and I would come home and pick out the best ones. And these really offered me a great platform to experiment with color and processing. And after a couple years, I had enough to publish my own book, and a partial proceeds is going to the Humane Society. I love it because it allows me to really connect with something and be creative. It's a wonderful outlet and it requires nothing of me except for to observe for the most part, and I like that. The subjects in Tales from the Fishbowl really made me think about what it means to be home. And sometimes you are sitting in the window waiting for the person you love to come home and hang out with you and throw a ball for you. But it also means that you have a home, and I think it's the warmth of that that really appealed to me in the first place.
You know, photos always capture my imagination. Love it. Next, we'll return with answers to your questions from some very smart experts right here, right after the break in the Pet Lounge. Pet Lounge, presented by Hills Ideal Balance. We'll be right back.